What's up, everyone? In our last episode, we have tackled about the different negators in Cebuano language, one of which is the word wala, which we will also be discussing further today. Andam na ba ka? Cool! Let's dive in. The existence or lack of existence of an object or a person is expressed in Cebuano by the words naa and wala. They act like verbs in a sentence but are not conjugated for aspects. To better understand it, let's start with the word naa. This word is used to express the existence of something or someone. It's like to have in English. When the possessor is not included in the sentence, the meaning could also be there is. So basically, naa could mean to have or there is or there are. Naay libro si Luna. In this sentence, it indicates that the book exists and it is owned by Luna. Naay libro si Luna. Luna has a book. This Y postfix is usually added to these existentials naa and wala. If you don't add it and you say, for example, naa libro si Luna, it might sound a bit like a Tarzan way of talking for some people. So let's just say that it's incomplete without it. But if there's a pronoun or particle, then it should be moved to the end of it. For example, naay balay. There's a house. In this sentence, if a particle or a pronoun needs to be added, then the postfix y should be moved to the end of it. Let's have a particle na here as an example. Then it would now become naanay balay. There's already a house. Now, if you also put a pronoun here, then the y will be moved to the end of it. Naanami balay. We already have a house. Depending on the context, it could also mean we finally have a house. Other examples. Naa siya'y kalagot sa iyang amigo. Naa siya'y kalagot sa iyang amigo. He has a grudge against his friend. Naa kay ubo. You have a cough. Another one. Naa si Matt sa kusina. Matt is in the kitchen. Wala. In its simplest form, wala indicates the absence or lack of something. It can refer to the absence of physical objects, qualities, or conditions. It is often translated to English as none or not. Walay pagkaon sa lamesa. Pagkaon sa lamesa, which means food on the table. And because we put wala here, it indicates the absence of food on the table. The food doesn't exist there. No food on the table, or there's no food on the table. Wala pa siya'y bana. She doesn't have a husband yet. If you also notice here, the Y marker ended up being at the end of the pronoun siya, as the same rule we discussed earlier also applies to wala. And just a bonus tip, this Y is also used with some interrogatives to replace the marker ang. For example, kinsa ang naay kotse? Who has a car? Could also be said as kinsay naay kotse? Unsa ang buhaton nila ugma? Unsay buhaton nila ugma? Both mean, what are they gonna do tomorrow? And that's a wrap for today. Thank you for tuning in, and I'll see you on our next lesson. Amping!